ST.com.
Hey, it's Baja Rick. Craving a taste of Baja? Rockin' Baja Lobster and Baja Rick's Cantina will treat your gang to the flavors of the Baja Coast right here in San Diego. Large parties and family gatherings are our specialty. Our big Baja bucket for two, sizzling fajitas, whole Puerto Nuevo-style lobster, chilled margaritas, and rockin' tunes will make every meal feel like a beachside celebration. Join us at Rockin' Baja Lobster and Baja Rick's Cantina, just steps from Petco Park in the heart of Old Town and Oceanside Harbor. Eat, drink, and be Baja.
Most contractors aim to meet expectations. At Silverstrand, we aim to exceed them. We serve commercial, government, residential, and military clients with security systems, fire alarms, sound masking, even CCTV trailer rentals. With 20 years of innovative experience, we don't just show up, we show up ready to meet your needs in San Diego, Riverside, Orange County, and nationwide. Visit silverstrand.com. Again, that's silverstrand.com. Silverstrand Technologies, your experts in technology.
Back here inside our San Diego studios, Sam Levitt with you here on the Padres Radio Network. We're in the midst of a rain delay in New York City right now. Yankees leading 2-0 in the bottom half of the fourth inning against the Padres. We'll take your phone calls during this rain delay in just a little bit. If you want to get a phone call in, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973, phone number to call. We're also streaming on our 97.3 The Fan YouTube channel right now. If you want to watch there as well, keep you company during this rain delay. We had a short delay before first pitch, and now we're back in a rain delay in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Not a ton to update you on as far as what's happened in this game. So far, Carlos Rodon, 4 scoreless innings. He's given up only a couple of singles. Padres have not, to this point, had more than one at bat with a runner in scoring position, 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position. And meanwhile, the only damage against Nick Pivetta so far, the 2-run home run by old friend Trent Grisham in the bottom half of the third inning. That was after Pivetta issued a walk to the number 9 batter, Grisham in the leadoff spot. We talked about it pregame in our What to Watch For segment. Grisham is having a really, really nice start to his season, really best start of his major league career. His 9th home run with a 2-run shot into the second deck in right at Yankee Stadium. RBI 16 and 17 for Trent Grisham gave the Yankees a 2-0 lead, and Nick Pivetta is in trouble right now in the bottom half of the fourth inning, 2 on and 2 out, and that's where today's game has been stopped, with the rain starting to fall harder and harder. And if you were watching the game on TV, you could see the rain just coming down. Jesse and Tony did a great job describing it as well. The rain coming down really hard, and you just started to feel like it was a matter of time until this game went back into a rain delay. Ultimately, it did. Tark came out, and here we are, 2-0. The Yankees leading, and when Pivetta presumably takes the mound once again, well, he'll be in a jam, 2 on and 2 out. And of course, when you get into this kind of situation where Rodon has already thrown 4 innings, Pivetta is through 3 2/3, Pivetta at 78 pitches, Rodon at 61. The amount of time it takes for this game to resume ends up being really, really significant, because if we end up having a really, really lengthy rain delay, then you could see a situation where both these starting pitchers are done for the day. So it's something to keep an eye on, how long this delay goes. We know the weather next couple of days in New York isn't great. These two teams do have a mutual off day on Thursday. That was one of the reasons you thought maybe if the weather was really, really bad, maybe they would not play today and schedule a game for Thursday. Obviously, double headers part of the scenario as well. And also important to note, this is not an official game yet. So this would have to be a suspended game situation if they can't resume at some point today. But I think we're a long way from that, considering this game already underway. And again, the Yankees leading it 2-0 against the Padres in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Padres came in 22-11, Yankees at 19-15. And again, when we have updates for you, we'll pass them along. Don't have anything for you right now, but we will keep you company just like we have throughout the last handful of days on this road trip. We'll keep you company here inside our San Diego studios until today's game begins. Let's squeeze in some phone calls, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. We can talk about what's happened in this game so far. Really anything you want to discuss, Padres related, as we bring you our rain delay coverage, rain delay theater, if you will. And for now, let's keep it live and local here on 97.3 The Fan and the Padres Radio Network. Let's begin things on the phones. We go to Gonzo calling in from Ocean Beach. Gonzo, you're on the Padres Radio Network. Welcome in.
What up, Sammy? Just a quick question. You said it's not an official game, but I'm reading this as saying a game is considered an official game if 4.5 innings have been completed and the home team is leading.
Well, it's Gonzo.
Can you clear that up a little bit?
Well, it's not 4.5 innings in. We're only in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Once you get through the top of the fifth, that would be 4.5 innings.
Sweet.
Yep. So there you go.
Thank you, dude.
Yep, you got it, Gonzo. Anything else, my friend?
That Grisham swing looked pretty good, but that's about it.
Yeah, look, Grisham's off to a really good start. We talked about it during the pregame show, right? In the What to Watch For segment, I talked about Trent Grisham with all the attention being on Aaron Judge, and rightfully so, but Grisham is off to the best start of his career. I mean, this is a guy we know really well in San Diego, obviously. Came in batting .296, a .605 slugging percentage in 28 games this season, and now he's got 9 home runs on the season and 2 RBIs in this one here tonight so far. And look, you can obviously have a little bit of displeasure with the call on Vivas, the number 9 batter for the Yankees. There was a 3-2 pitch that looked pretty good that I thought was strike 3. Pivetta didn't get the call and ended up walking the number 9 batter to start the third. And look, one way or another, that's not something you want to do. And then Trent Grisham took him deep for a 2-run home run in the third. And look, long way to go in this one. Only the bottom half of the fourth inning, and the Padres trailing 2-0. Let's go to Brandon in La Mesa calling in. Brandon, you're on the Padres Radio Network. Go ahead.
Hey, Sammy, I thought maybe, the first time I've been able to get on the air with you twice in an hour-and-a-half time frame was worth taking the chance, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, well, you guys kind of answered the question before. I thought it was 5 full innings, but you're saying it's 4.5 innings, despite the home team not having to bat as many times as the away team?
Well, if the if the home team was winning, then yeah, I mean, if you get through the top of the fifth, it becomes an official game. So we're not there yet. We're only in the bottom half of the fourth inning. So this would be a suspended game situation. So we'll see what happens. Look, we're a long way away from that. Rain delay just started. I don't know how long they plan on waiting. It could be a long night. You know, it's now 9 p.m. local time in New York, and Brandon, appreciate the phone call, but this could end up being a really long night now that they've started this game. And again, the thing you have to keep in mind here is with the starting pitchers, Rodon and Pivetta, I mean, both these guys were not close to being done, although Pivetta had already thrown 78 pitches through 4 innings, so he's got a high pitch count, but he wasn't close to being done. Now you got to consider, will either of these starting pitchers be able to resume this game? So we'll see. We do have some good news from New York. We're being told the tarp is off. So no clue of a first pitch time yet. I will say this. Now that the tarp is off, that was a very short amount of time for the tarp to be on. It wouldn't appear to me that you'd need a ton of time to prepare the field once again, although it did rain a lot on that field before they put the tarp on. Grounds crew did a great job getting the field ready initially, so I'm sure they'll need a little bit of time at least to prepare the field again, but the tarp is apparently coming off at Yankee Stadium. So fingers crossed, maybe we just have a short delay and we get back to business here with today's ball game in New York. Again, the Yankees have a 2-0 lead, bottom half of the fourth inning. Let's step aside. When we come back, we'll get some more of your phone calls. If we have an update for you on a first pitch time, not a first pitch time, but a resumption time, we'll let you know coming up here in just a little bit. Let's take a break. We'll come back with more after this. Again, Yankees up 2-0 in the fourth inning. Our rain delay coverage continues on the Padres Radio Network.
Energy-efficient windows, total roofing protection, and exterior house painting. It's all here at Genesis Home Improvements. With over 19 years of experience and a reputation built on trust and customer satisfaction, Genesis Home Improvements is your go-to partner for all your home improvement needs. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Lifetime warranty on all products. 100% financing. No money down. It's time to breathe new life into your home. Save 15% today. Visit GenesisHomeImprovementsST.com.
Hey, it's Baja Rick. Craving a taste of Baja? Rockin' Baja Lobster and Baja Rick's Cantina will treat your gang to the flavors of the Baja Coast right here in San Diego. Large parties and family gatherings are our specialty. Our big Baja bucket for two, sizzling fajitas, whole for...
Back here inside our San Diego studios, Sam Levitt with you on the Padres Radio Network. Again, we are in the midst of a rain delay in New York City right now. Yankees have a 2-0 lead in the bottom half of the fourth inning. The good news, we are being told the tarp is coming off the field. We don't have any other information aside from that, anything like a resumption time. But I would say if this is real, that the tarp is coming off the field. Not that I doubt our sources in New York. But the point is, if they can get the field ready, then I would presume that Nick Pivetta is coming back out, because wouldn't be too long of a delay. And obviously Carlos Rodon threw 4 scoreless innings as well. That's always the thing you really have to focus on once we get into these rain delays during the course of the game, how long they last. But again, the latest we heard, the tarp is coming off the field in New York. And when we have additional information, we will be sure to pass it along. Again, we're keeping it live, local, 833-288-0973. Phone number to call if you want to get involved, 833-288-0973. Before we get to more of your phone calls, let's quickly pause for station identification on the Padres Radio Network.
KWFN and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
This is Mike Schilt, manager of the San Diego Padres. The Padres play here on 97.3 The Fan.
And Odyssey Sports Station.
Yankees leading 2-0 in the bottom half of the fourth inning. And when this game resumes, it will be a bit of a sticky situation for Nick Pivetta or whomever comes in from the Padres bullpen, because there will be runners on first and second coming up with 2 men away. Yankees already leading 2-0. In this ball game. So it'll be a bit of a jam for Pivetta or somebody to work their way out of. And the only runs of this game coming courtesy of Trent Grisham, 2-run home run in the bottom half of the third. Yankees took a 2-0 lead. Padres haven't done a ton offensively yet against Carlos Rodon. Couple of singles. That's been it. Fernando Tatis Jr., couple of strikeouts. Luis Arraez 0 for 2. Manny Machado 0 for 2 so far. So the top of the lineup against Rodon 0 for 6. But again, very, very early, bottom half of the fourth inning in this game. Yankees leading 2-0. Let's go back to the phones, 833-288-0973. We can discuss what's happened in this game so far. Anything Padres related you want to get into. Let's go to Leonard calling in from Seattle, Washington. Leonard, you're on the Padres Radio Network. Go ahead.
Hey, thank you very much. You know, I think my point about the Padres is I think this year, with them having good players, I have a feeling that at some point or two, they might want to overtake the first-place team and possibly be back in the World Series, just like they tried last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of wondering, do you think that Manny Machado will try to take the Padres all the way to the World Series?
Well, Leonard, it's a good question. I certainly think he's going to try, and it would be the Padres' first World Series appearance if they can get there since 1998. An appropriate time to bring that up because the last time they were there was 98 when they faced the New York Yankees, which is the rematch we have this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in New York. But it's a team, Leonard, that's playing well. 22-11 right now. They've won 5 in a row. They're offensively clicking again since the return of Luis Arraez, Jason Hayward, Jackson Merrill. It sounds like we'll come back tomorrow. Jay Cronenworth reported earlier today by Kevin Acee in the San Diego Union Tribune that he's targeting coming back on Friday against the Rockies in Denver. So they're almost back at full strength offensively, and they've done a very good job, in my opinion, really weathering the storm of injuries. They had that stretch where they lost 8 of 11, but since then they've won 5 in a row. And bottom line is this, through 33 games, they're sitting at 22-11. There's not a ton to complain about. And they entered today, to your point about first place in the NL West, they entered today a half game behind the LA Dodgers. So right where they need to be as far as a record and in the division, right there towards the top. Still very early in the season here on May 5th. Let's go to Evan calling in. Evan, you're on the Padres Radio Network. Go ahead.
Hi, Sam. How's it going?
Doing well.
I had a couple of pitching questions for you because you had mentioned when it was pretty uncertain of how long the delay was going to be about whether Pivetta would come back or not. What's a guy like that doing? I mean, it's kind of an awkward pitch count, right? Like he's in the 70s. I think you had mentioned like 76 or so. I don't imagine you're doing a ton of throwing to stay warm. What are those guys doing during these delays?
Yeah, it's a good question, Evan, and appreciate the phone call. Look, I'd be lying to you if I knew exactly what he's doing and exactly what every guy does. There may be some throwing mixed in. They might go, in the tunnels and in the batting cages where they have some room and play catch, keep the arm loose. I'm sure that's part of it. Keep the body loose. I think it's different for every guy what they do and what their threshold is for how long they can wait. I would think right now, my guess would probably be we're still at a point where Pivetta would come back out. He's 78 pitches in. Rodon is 61 pitches in, but it's hard to know exactly the threshold of time, where a guy comes back versus when you have to go to somebody else. And look, part of that is a team decision as well. They don't want these guys to go out there, sit down for a really lengthy period of time, come back out and get hurt. I mean, that's a disaster scenario. So teams got to be careful. Players got to be careful, and I would assume it's a joint decision for most teams. But I would imagine, and I've talked to some players about this before, but it's a little bit of everything. I think there is some keeping the arm loose, keeping the body loose, because the bottom line, when you sit down for too long, it just becomes an impossible situation to come back out. I don't know that we're there quite yet. I'm trying to look here. When did this game exactly go into a rain delay? I want to say it was probably at this point around 5:40 or so. Is that fair? And maybe we've been in a delay for about 25-30 minutes. Sounds about right. That's my unscientific timing of it. But something around there at this point, 25 minutes to 30 minutes. So we'll see how much longer this takes. Again, the latest I heard, and I don't see it on the television right now, latest I heard was that the tarp is off. Now, I don't know what that means. It might have come off because the rain has let up a little bit, but we do not have anything as far as a resumption time. And once we get a resumption time, it typically takes at least a little bit of time to then get the field ready and get everybody back warmed up. Remember, the pitchers have to warm up a little bit too as well. So we'll see as we get information. We'll continue to pass it along. Let's go to Joshua calling in. Joshua, you're on the Padres Radio Network. Welcome in.
Joshua?
Yes, Joshua, you're live on the radio.
It's actually Francis.
Oh, sorry, Francis. My screen said Joshua. I apologize.
Okay, my question is, since they got so soaked in the rain, can they change their uniform?
Yes, that's a great question. Yes, they can. Now, I don't know how many jersey tops of each they have, because the Padres, I would assume, brought their sand road jerseys and their brown jerseys. I'm not going to say for certain whether they come with an extra sand road jersey? I would think they do. Typically, these teams have additional jerseys ready to go in case they need them, and you'll see sometimes guys change into different jerseys. So I would assume they have at least one change. I don't know that for sure, Francis, to be honest with you. I'm not the clubhouse manager, but I would assume that they can change into a different, drier jersey if need be. But it's an excellent question. I mean, you go back there, now you're all soaked, and what, you're going to sit in your wet clothes and then put on a cold, wet jersey to go back out and play? That doesn't sound very fun. So I believe they have at least an additional change of a jersey. I don't know how many, but they also could just throw the clothes in the dryer. I mean, they have time right now as well. So who knows? Maybe they're taking jerseys off and throwing them in the dryer right now. So we'll see kind of what the deal is as far as the jerseys, and kind of what the deal is as far as a resumption time. Speaking of some more information, let's go back out to Yankee Stadium right now. Let's rejoin Jesse Agler and Tony Gwynn Jr. Guys, what's going on in the Bronx?
Sammy, we're ready for baseball.
Oh, wow. How about that?
Nick Pivetta is on the mound warming up in what appears certainly to be a brand new jersey top.
Okay, very good. Good to hear. See our caller. We got the information. Live from Yankee Stadium. Love it.
All right, Sam, thanks very much.
Yep,
Great work, as always, filling the time. So, yeah, it's actually a very good question, from a fan that Sam was just talking to there about trying to get comfortable, particularly, of course, if you're the pitcher.
Yeah, no, they're not going to make them go out in the same exact wet uniform.